A killing spree in Tucson, Arizona today. 19 victims, 6 confirmed dead, 13 injured, many of them critically injured, including Democratic Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who just was reelected to her 3rd term only in November. Joining us once again on the phone from Phoenix is Dr. Stephen Rail. He was at the scene. In there, other than Mein Kampf and the references to Hitler or anything that would suggest an anti-Semitic motive there?
I have not come across that, Wolf. I will read this again and look again, but I haven't seen that.
Gene, thanks very, very much. Ted Rowlands is over at the hospital at the University Medical Center in Tucson, where Congresswoman Giffords underwent hours of surgery today. You're getting more information. Ted, update our viewers.
Well, we've been talking to people who have been here all day, friends and family of the Congresswoman, and people that have been inside the hospital. One of those people is Steve Farley. He actually holds the seat that Gabriella gave up when she went to national politics here locally. You've been in the hospital. Paint a picture for us upstairs. You said there was one point when this morning the national media and the local media were reporting that she had died, and you were right there with her, and she was still alive, but it was so overwhelming, you said, that you almost started to not believe yourselves.
We were inside basically a bubble of truth where everyone on the outside was just scrambling for something, and it was very disturbing to the family when they started hearing text messages and voicemails coming in saying that she had died. And we know we had just talked to the surgeons, and that was not a problem at that point. So it was a tough situation. People have not known what's going on, but we didn't know what was going on there, and because everyone else outside didn't know, it's been tough.
What can you tell us the latest you've heard in terms of her condition and the condition of the others that have been injured?
Well, in terms of the condition, I don't think I'm necessarily qualified to say what's going on there, but the biggest issue that I think I would want people to understand is that this is not how Arizona is. I just spoke to a group of people who are here on vigil, and I told them that what I've been comforting myself and with others this morning is a saying that I just came to me and said that you can't stop hope with a bullet. You can't stop love with a bullet. And Gabby is somebody filled with such hope and such love for the future of our country, of our state. The people who are all gathered here tonight, they're all friends, and by extension, they're family. We are all family. That's what kind of person Gabby is. We know she's going to pull through. We just know that. And it's been all with the families in there, the pain that's been going through. We have this great faith and hope that we can come out of this on the other side as a changed state.
She was not the only part of the team that is in this hospital now. She lost a member of her team as well, a young man who was part of the local outreach program here. Talk a little bit about Gabe Zimmerman, who did die.
Gabe Zimmerman was a friend of mine. He was a friend of so many people in the Tucson area. He was so empathetic, one of the most kind individuals I've ever met. He is brilliant, great strategist, just always knew what to do, and always there. Such a hard worker and a huge rising star here in Tucson.
And his fiance is in the hospital?
His fiance is in the hospital. It is such an absolute senseless tragedy that somebody that young and somebody that promising could be cut down in the prime of his life. It's hard to even put that in words.
Your campaign director was at the scene at the time, and you say when he arrived, he was covered in blood, and he actually put pressure on the Congresswoman's head to help stop the bleeding. Tell us what he told you and what you saw.
Well, Daniel is an amazing person. He was my campaign manager. He was also a trained nurse. He was interning for Gabby and staffing that event. He said that when he was in the back of the room and heard shots in the front, he rushed up to see what happened and saw that Gabby was on the floor. He was able to use his nurse training and snapped right into it and was able to apply pressure to the wound and keep her active and alert until the ambulance came about 10 minutes later, he said. And then he rode with her in the ambulance to the hospital. And I just really think he's one of the heroes here, because I think it's possible that swift thinking and his training could have helped to save her life.
Tell us what it's like up there. She's not the only one. There are other family members, and I understand that they're in separate rooms getting updates. What is it like right now inside that hospital?
Well, everyone's very tense. Some of them know that their loved ones have passed, unfortunately, and other ones are waiting and seeing what happens after surgeries. Right now, everyone's just supporting each other. There's a lot of hugging. there's a lot of just listening, a lot of quiet contemplation, and people are coming in who know the different family members, and it really is important to emphasize that this isn't just about Gabby. It's about all the other people who were there at the time, and how much this community can come together in a time of crisis. We know we do that here in Tucson, and we do that very well. And the question is, can we come together as a state, and can we come together as a country and sort of put this harsh, hyper rhetoric that has caused people who are a little unhinged in the first place to go over the edge? Can we put that sort of rhetoric behind us? Can we come together and be one country again? And I believe that we can. I think this is one of those moments where there's a before and an after. And the after is what we all have to work together and build towards. And I believe that the spirit here tonight in the vigil, the spirit there waiting amongst the family and the friends, knows that we are determined to move forward and change the game now. This country is something that deserves no less than a politics that rises above violence.
Are you expecting more updates tonight on her condition? Have you been told what to expect over the next 24, 48 hours?
We've heard that the prognosis is pretty good, but there's a lot of other tests to be done, and we'll see how she responds as she comes out of the surgery. But we're going to be going in there and finding out and staying and holding vigil and doing what we can to help the other people who are there who are suffering. This is going to take a lot of people coming together and help each other recover from this. But I believe that we can recover from this more strongly.
And we also believe her chief of staff was injured and underwent surgery and has come out of surgery. Is still in critical, but can you update us?
As far as I know, Ron Barber, who is her chief of staff, another incredible individual I've known for many years, is going to have a very good prognosis. He's come out of surgery successfully, and it's going to be difficult, but he's going to be coming back, and things look pretty good for Ron. Additionally, there's another one of her staffers that people may know, and Pam Simon, who is also was seriously injured, and from what I have heard, she's doing fairly well at this point as well, so we can pass that on to her friends.
So, Steve Farley, one of the many people here, Wolf, at this vigil and inside the hospital, just waiting word for all of the victims. Just not only, as you said, the Congresswoman, but her staff members and the other victims that have been brought here. Again, 10 total injured, 5 in critical condition, 5 in serious. Those 5 in critical include the Congresswoman who is in the ICU unit. Wolf.
Yeah, 18 people altogether shot in this incident, 6 confirmed dead. We're watching all of this very closely. Ted, thank you so much. Don't go too far away. We're going to check back with you. We're going to continue our coverage. We're going to speak with an eyewitness to what happened right after this.